The child we prayed for left the church, Father Sergiy Baranov. We prayed a lot to have a child. God gave him to us, and he grew up going to church. But now he doesn't want to talk about faith. What advice would you give? They are overfed with the talks about Christ, but have not met Christ yet. We keep talking about Christ, and they remain silent until they're old enough and are not afraid to argue. They come to the age when they allow themselves to say no and say to us the dreadful words, "We've had enough of your talks, and we doubt whether you are faithful." This is not blasphemy. This is our reality. They label us as those people who talk and talk, but don't live according to their talks. First of all in this are the priests, and then the parents, who may give a bad example. The main thing is not the number of akathists a mum reads, but whether she is kind and considerate, or if she gets angry at every mistake her children make and has no patience. I said with all responsibility, as I am a father of 6 myself, I made the same mistakes in my life, which is why I'm speaking sincerely. Someone may even agree that the same situation happens not only with the children, but also with the adults who have gone to church for a long time. At a certain moment, you catch yourself thinking that you don't want to listen to the sermons. You've had enough of them and have heard all this in different variations. Moreover, you already know all the stories. Meanwhile, the priest comes out and says the same thing again and again. At the same time, I've met tongue-tied but spiritual people. They speak little, but there is the spirit and faith in their words. They feel this way. And they did not learn this at a class of homiletics at seminary. Homiletics is an art of preaching. It teaches people how to pronounce and build up a sermon. It is a study on style and shape of a sermon. All this is necessary, but it's not the most important thing. If you do not have the Spirit, on behalf of whom you may speak, it does not matter what you say. Yesterday we had a talk with a young priest. I said all that weariness comes from the words which have no spirit and are dead. They may fascinate and deceive you for some time, but then you will see that the person has nothing but the words and does not live according to his words, and the words become dead for you. We cannot blame our children for leaving, unfortunately. This happened because of us. We've lost them, pushed them away, and tormented them with our morals. Afterwards, we always say that we meant it for the best. But what does all this result in? I say to all parents, being a parent myself, arm yourselves with patience and love, and be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. At such times, the link between you and your children becomes thin as a spider's web. Earlier on, you used to hold them tight in your will, subjecting them as if using a rope. But now, at an awkward age, your relationship becomes thinner. This image should help you to understand how to act in this time in order to keep the remaining connection. You should do it very gently, in a low voice. In addition, one more thing, do not lose your heart. We have the experience of many people showing that if parents overcome this age with patience and love, many children come back then. I don't say all of them do. They become adults, go through some sorrows. These sorrows make them wise, and they gradually come back. When they do, you should not trip them up.